Alright, hello everyone. This channel hasn't had an upload in forever, but if I came back, that means something big is happening. So, yeah, YouTube's doing something really stupid. You already saw the title of the video. They are removing dislikes from videos from the counter. You can't see dislikes unless you're the owner of the video. And nobody is happy about this. Nobody is happy about this except the few sensitive people that YouTube knows. Now before we get into the video, I just wanted to say subscribe if you like it so far. I got a new mic and all that equipment and stuff, so I'm really dedicated to this channel now, unlike my old one. So if you subscribe, it helps grow the channel and it would be appreciated. And also a reminder that this is not actually implemented yet, so it could change at any time. Don't take this as actual news, because YouTube could just say tomorrow, hey, we made a mistake, and that would be the good outcome. This has only been implemented as a test feature for a small portion of the user base, and it might be scaled up later, I don't know. But that's just your little disclaimer making this video kind of future-proof. I don't know if they're going to make it bigger, but with all the people talking about this, it might as well just be deleted right now. So yeah. We all know that dislikes are a good way to know if a video is trustworthy or if a video is good. If you ever go online to search for a tutorial, you're not going to go to the video that has a 15% like ratio. You're going to go to that video that has almost all likes, because that means it probably worked for them. The people who liked the video said, hey, this video helps me solve a problem, and they liked it to help other people see it. But if you're seeing stuff like this, you're not going to be able to know what videos are good. And obviously there's the argument that, oh, but the algorithm still works. But that doesn't really make sense, because the reason you see the dislike bar is because the algorithm didn't do its job. It still recommended videos with dislikes to you. And that's because the algorithm prefers videos with dislikes. It doesn't prefer if you dislike it, it's just that the algorithm likes engagement, and dislikes count as engagement. So it's not going to solve the problem. We still need a dislike bar. Now, if you go to YouTube's Twitter, you're going to see that they wrote, in response to creator feedback around well-being and targeted dislike campaigns, we're testing a few new designs that don't show the public dislike count. If you're a part of this small experiment, you might spot one of these designs in the coming weeks, example below. And they just put an example. And this is not a good idea, because imagine if this was something that you would like to see the dislike bar on. Like if this was a YouTube apology video, right? The creator wouldn't go into the YouTube studio just to see all the dislikes, because who wants to see that? That's the thing. The people who make apology videos, they usually make it just to regain their followers. They don't really do it because they're actually sorry. So who wants to go see their dislikes? They're not going to take criticism, because yeah, that's just the way they are. Nobody wants to see their dislikes if they're going to be that type of person. Now obviously if you do make tutorial videos or gaming videos or something like that, yeah, you are probably going to check it because that's important to you. You need to know which ones are good and which ones are bad. And speaking of which, if this one's good, then I guess like the video, because I made a new channel just for these videos. Shameless plug. But yeah, actual creators want to see their dislikes. They want to know what's good. But people who really need to know their dislikes, like the ones that don't want to see it, won't be able to see it. And that's just really weird on YouTube's end, because they're not promoting good content. If people dislike a video, they want that person to make better content. But nope, that person's not going to see it. They're not going to have any motivation to get better at making content. They're just going to make the same garbage they always do. Because, okay, imagine someone's clickbaiting. If someone makes some sort of video, like, I don't know, Okay, how about this? Imagine someone's clickbaiting, right? You see their thumbnails are super flashy. They burn your eyes as soon as you see it. Well, what are you gonna do about it? The only thing you can do is dislike or write a reply telling them to stop. And the best option out of those two is probably to just dislike it, because leaving a bad reply, they're just gonna have a filter on it. Like, I know my old channel, I had a filter for spam bot replies. It had like really bad words filtered because the spam bots were annoying, and they soon got past it, but it doesn't matter. The thing is, they're not gonna see your reply. They're not gonna improve. The only way you can tell them to improve is by leaving a dislike. They're gonna see, hey, what's that? I have a lot of dislikes. This must mean something, right? But they're not gonna check YouTube Studio, because as we said earlier, people who make bad content know it's bad content. They just think they can get away with it. And the people that make like 20-minute videos are gonna be summed up in 2-minute videos. Those guys know that it can be summed up in 2 minutes. They just want more watch time. And these guys are just gonna keep getting more and more of the same videos because they don't care about their dislikes. They're not gonna look at it. And that's why this feature is pretty bad. But I don't think that's actually the reason they removed dislikes. It's more because the people that YouTube's actually close with are just being sensitive. And YouTube kind of has themselves in an echo chamber where their platform has become so big that they don't hear anything from the small creators or the big creators that are against them. Because why would they, right? They're making a ton of money. They don't really need to listen and make that many big changes. They can make small changes if it's convenient, but nope, they're not going to make big changes that are going to help the small creators or help the big creators who can't actually do anything. Right? Like, some people got demonetized, right? They're not going to do anything about that. No. They're just going to sit down and say, okay, we're removing dislikes. You know how the platform works, okay? If you've been on here for a while, you know what they do. They are not going to listen unless a lot of people talk about it, which is why I'm making a video on this. And this isn't really targeted harassment, right? They're saying on the tweet, in response to creator feedback around well-being and targeted dislike campaigns. Targeted dislike campaigns. Okay, targeted dislike campaigns. Yeah, no. Targeted dislike campaigns. Okay, tell me who actually makes targeted dislike campaigns. Because that pretty much never happens. If it's on a big creator, it's not gonna work because they have their own following. And if it's on like a news site, why would they care? They're a news site. They have TV channels. If it's on YouTube, that's the only problem. YouTube's like the only one that gets targeted dislike campaigns against them. Because it's not a targeted dislike campaign. It's just everyone on YouTube sees the video and they don't like it. Everyone on YouTube doesn't like those features. And that is why they dislike it. Because the whole point of a dislike, once again, is to show that you don't like something. It's not that hard to understand. I don't know why the creators of such a huge website can't understand that dislikes are meant for criticism. Like, if someone's not using it for criticism, who cares? Just ignore the dislikes. They're still giving you engagement. It's still helping you become a bigger creator on the platform. And if you take it personally, that's your problem. Because it doesn't mean anything. You know it's a dislike mob, so why would you complain? It's people who don't even know about your content. They don't know what you make. They don't care what you make. So your viewers aren't hating your video. The whole point of a dislike is to show what your viewers think, not some random guy from another community. And this doesn't even happen, keep that in mind. This almost never happens in actual common YouTuber videos. It only really happens in the big ones, like the really big ones that YouTube knows. And I'm talking about like over 10 million subscribers, that type of video. And then it rarely happens. Which is pretty strange considering YouTube's talking about this like it's happening everywhere. But not really. They haven't even listed an example. They say example below, but it's not talking about an example of targeted harassment. It's just talking about an example of how it's gonna look. Which, I mean, not as useful. My god, dude, they even pissed off Mudahar. Like, that's not something exactly easy to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it, without repeating myself. And my outro is going to be my old one because I'm still working on a better one for this channel. And a friendly reminder to make sure that you're subbed with notifications on if you like the content. Because I don't post that much, it's not going to be annoying. You're not going to see that many notifications. So I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully this one still has a like ratio bar under it. Bye!